And so here we are once again working on the texturing for the game project. This time we're doing the fence and the little farming area. Have everything ready to go, I believe. We just need to open up the file that we set up last time, working on the fence first here. So as always, we're going to lay out our islands, or our color areas first, over the UV islands that we set up before. Get this first one set up. And then we'll be on to the next. Not that many to worry about on this particular texture map. But don't worry, we'll get to something more complex later on. Alright, that's going to be about 4 down. Oh, 5 down. 2 to go. Last one. Alright, that's that part of the process done. Now to load the texture map in. And somehow what I need got unchecked. And it took me a little while to figure out what I'm missing here. Trying to make sense of everything. The best thing to do is just to check a different model and see what I need to be doing, and now we know. I need to use nodes. Now I can bring in the texture map. And there we go. So now I need the other image editor, this one. Now to load in the image. And now that the image is loaded in, time to get to work building a fence texture. So we want some colors that look like wood. Add in some noise. And then follow that up in a moment by a motion blur. Take the opacity down a little bit. And then bring it into Blender. And I know I really can't see the difference there, but it is there. It is there. Real subtle, but that's the entire point. Bring in a light source to kind of light things up. Maybe make it look better, probably not. Alright, so now we want to merge these two visible layers. And now we can make a duplicate and just move it over. I think that will do it. No sense making things harder. So now both parts of the individual fence posts are done. Now on to the other parts of the fence. And I think we should start out with a slightly richer color. And then give a darker color on top of that. Add some noise. Now to bring the opacity down and add in a linear motion blur. So to get something that looks like that, can duplicate it over onto the others here. Need to adjust the positioning. And the size just a little bit. Now to crop some off. Or not. We can just drop the layer down lower. Now bring it into Blender again. Verify everything looks right. And it does. We just need that one area over there. And then the little end cap pieces. And this bit of texturing is done. And we will be on to the next. So I think I'm just gonna make another copy and slide it over. And that should get both. And then I don't have to worry about anything. Yep. We now have a fence. Now to work on this farmer field area. Get the texture file opened up and, well, the UV file really. Now we're going to be adding color to it, so it will be a texture file. one last area. And then we can move on to doing something a bit more interesting. We'll be back to the action momentarily. There we go. We'll load. Well, we'll go ahead and open it up in the image editor. Still need to load it into Blender though. So now we can do that. There we go. And there's what we are working with. So let's get started working with everything. Do the bottom part first. Get it colored a black, and then make a duplicate of the black area. Now we're going to add in kind of a golden color. And then add in some noise. And a blur effect. Bring the opacity down, and then bring the texture file back into Blender. That looks alright. I think it looks alright. Now we will do the same to the other two areas. I'm just trying to figure out what the effect of the lighting will be on this. And whether or not I need to worry about that too. So right now it's a hands off the mouse moment while I try to mentally figure that out. but I think we're going to be all right. I don't think we'll need to test anything just yet. Moving back into the image editor, let's do the next part. So we will start with the more golden color and add in a darker brown, to which we will apply some noise. There we go. And now to that, we also want to apply a blur. Just have to find the right one. Here we go. That should do it. Load it back in. Yeah, that looks alright. Alright, final area. And this is going to be the one that gets a little bit more interesting. We'll go ahead and merge those 3 layers into one first. Keep the work area not as cluttered as it could be. Just have to work on that final spot, this one. So we'll go ahead and put in a base color. And we will then add in a copy onto another layer. Give the copy a darker color. Now I think I want to use the eraser to put in some lines there. Let's see how this looks in Blender on the model. Yeah, that looks alright. I think that'll look just fine. Need to finish up on this added layer though. throw in some noise. And a blur. Kept selecting the wrong blur. That should do it. I think we've got it now. Go ahead and load it back in one last time. Yeah, that looks good. I am pleased with what we have. Bring everything else in, and there we go. Let's add in a sun. And take a look. Yeah, everything looks like it should. I'm pleased with everything. Now the next thing to do is to select the next model that needs to be textured. And we are getting down to the last few. And if you're me, at this point you could not be happier. Because the less models there are to texture, it means we are closer to being done with this quite tedious part of the project. The area that I think we will be moving on to is going to be the artist's house and the fence and the other areas of that building that have not been textured yet. Get my words out. Yeah, so we've got the fence, and we've got the little door hang sign, these 4 parts up to the side of the corners, and the chimney. Just need to hide the building and a few other things. Now we can select everything. Now we can hide everything else. And this will be ready to work on next time. I think these need to be finished, or no, they look finished. They're turned the wrong way. Let's correct that. Flip the normals around, and there we go. And was it just that one? No, there's another. Alright, fix these as well. That way we're not having to do it next time. There we go. And I think that's going to be it. Hey there everyone. Just wanted to say thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel.
Also, if you did enjoy the video, how about giving it a thumbs up? Alright, I will see you all next time.